Welcome to this video tutorial on how to use my Debt Snowball and Debt Avalanche spreadsheet template. As a general rule, please do not edit colored cells. Only fill out white cells like this and this because the colored cells may contain formulas. I've put warning in place so if you accidentally edit some colored cells, for example this one, this warning message will pop out. So please select cancel. I don't recommend you to edit the formula, so please select cancel. The first step is to enter your debt information in the Debt Snowball sheet by scrolling down all the way to row 403. So this is where you input your debt information. Please enter your debt name, enter the start balance of each debt, enter your minimum payment. So this is the minimum amount set by your lender as your monthly payment. And please enter your interest rate here in this column and also your credit limit information. Credit limit is optional. It's only if you want to see your credit utilization rate, then you should enter credit limit. I will talk about this later. So once you finish entering your debt information in this table, this sheet will automatically sort your start balance from the lowest to the highest. This is because we're using the debt snowball method. So the debt snowball method is a way to pay off your debt by focusing on the smallest balances first. So you start by paying as much as you can towards your smallest debt while making minimum payments on your other debts. Once that smallest debt is paid off, for example, in this instance here, is paid off in the July 2025, you allocate the money you were using for it and apply it to the next smallest debt. As you can see, this repayment becomes $110, although the minimum payments is $60. It's because once this debt is paid off, you're pretty much allocating this $50 towards your next smallest debt. $50 plus $60 is $110. And that's the same case with the rest of the debt. So it's like a snowball effect. So this debt number 3 payment becomes $180 because you have finished off paying the first and then second debt. So this minimum payment from debt 1 and debt 2 is snowball into the debt 3 and so on and so on. So basically, whatever your total monthly payment for all of your debt, in this instance, your total monthly payment for all of your debt is $845. You pay that same amount all throughout the rest of your debt journey until your last debt. So you can see in your last debt here, when you have paid off the rest of your other debts, even though minimum payment is $150, but because of the snowball effect, you are allocating those minimum payments towards this last debt. So that's how the debt snowball method works. So the purpose of that is to speed off paying off all of your debts in comparison to just paying the standard minimum payment. You will pay all of your debt a lot faster this way. So this template is fully automated, which means all the calculation is done for you and all of your information such as minimum payment, interest rate, credit limit are automatically populated here. So the next step is to input your starting month and your current month. Please double click on the cell and always select the first of the month. The same with this one. So once you input that information, this timeline here, month number 1 will start in the month that you selected. Now, if you're using a tablet or phone, the little drop-down calendar might not appear. So to select the month, simply type it. So for example, if you want to select August, simply type 8/1. You can start at any month and any year. Once you've updated that, you can see your debt-free date is updated in this cell here. This is the month when you will pay off all of your debt using that snowball method. Progress of each debt will be shown in this row. This will be updated each month when you go from month to month in this cell, which I will show a bit later. Your paid off date of each debt will be shown in this row, your current balance in this row, and then your credit utilization rate. So what is credit utilization rate? Credit utilization rate is the percentage of your total available credit that you're currently using. It is calculated by dividing your total credit card balance by your total credit card limit and then multiplying it by 100. A lower credit utilization rate is generally better for your credit score as it shows that you're not heavily reliant on credit. And this table here is the summary of it all. So this is your current or remaining balance based on the month that you select here, your current month. This is your total starting balance, total monthly payment, total credit limit, and then this is your total credit utilization rate, which is your total remaining balance divided by your total credit limit. So these two cells here will show you the numbers of debts paid versus the number of debts remaining based on the month that you select in this cell. This pie chart here is the summary of your current balance distribution, which is taken from this row here. When you move on from month to month, simply change the current month here. So when September arrives, simply select the 1st of September. As you can see, it's updating everything. It's updating the progress of each debt, the pay of progress, the current remaining balance, and it also cross out August. So I will show you if I move on to December, for example, select the 1st of December, you can see that all of the previous month is crossed out because we're at December. So this is to make it easier for you to navigate where you're at, but it's also summarized in these top charts here. So when I move on to July 2025, for example, I'll choose 2025, 1st of July. These cells are updated because you have paid your first debt. So for all of the debts that's been paid, it will show as grayed out, so it's easy for you to visualize and see which debts have been paid off. It will show the progress being 100%. You can see the number of debts paid versus unpaid also been updated. So if I move on to September 2025, then you can see 2 debts been paid. So if I keep moving forward, you will see that all of the debts have been paid off are all grayed out. This pie chart here is also updated accordingly. I'll show you if I move on to March 2031, your overall payoff progress will show as 100%. Then you can see all of your debts are now grayed out. And then your debt remaining is now 0. Now the feature I want to talk about is this monthly extra payment. So if you want to pay an extra amount above and beyond your minimum required payment, you can enter it here. So in this instance, your total monthly payment is $845. This is your total minimum payment of all of your debts. If you want to dedicate a number to add to this each month, you can put it here. So for example, if I enter $100, this will update to $945 per month. As you can see, the more monthly extra repayment you put, the quicker you pay off all of your debts. So that's automatically updated. The same with this row will be all automatically updated. So if I enter $200 here, then you even pay off your debts sooner. You can see the details of that in this payment schedule here. So instead of $50 minimum payment, it's $250. And once this is finished, this will be automatically added to the next debt and so on. Now you can also add or reduce your payment for any random month in this column here. So for example, if in September I want to add another $300, simply enter it there. Then you can see everything is updated again because the more money you put towards your debt, the quicker you pay off your debt. And you can also take out some money or reduce the payment in case of unexpected expenses. So for example, in the month of March, I need to take out $200. I need to reduce my extra repayment by $200. Simply enter with minus 200 and it will automatically calculate everything as well. Please be mindful when you're taking out a payment like that, not to take out too much to the point where you exceed your minimum payment. So you need to make sure that the minimum payment is met here. I would recommend to only do that when you absolutely have to, because it's always better to put more money towards your debt so you can be debt free sooner. That's it. So that's how Debt Snowball works. So let's move on to Debt Avalanche, which is this sheet here. So the Debt Avalanche method is when you focus on paying off your debt with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on others. So the difference with the Snowball is with Snowball, you're paying off the debts with the lowest balance first, whereas with Avalanche, you're prioritizing debts with the highest interest rate, and then second highest interest rate, third highest interest rate, and so on. So from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. The main benefit of this method in comparison to Snowball is this will help you save money on interest. So this approach reduces the overall amount of interest you pay over time, which can significantly lower the total cost of your debt. However, some people find the Snowball method more rewarding early because it allows you to quickly eliminate debts and see progress sooner. So there is no right or wrong answer. It depends which approach suits you better. So again, the same with the Snowball sheet. This sheet is fully automated based on Debt Avalanche method. So when you're inputting your debt information in the Debt Snowball method here, it will automatically also populate it to the Debt Avalanche sheet. So you don't need to do anything here other than entering the current month, the starting month, and then monthly extra repayment, and also the add and reduce column here. Everything else, in terms of the display of the dashboard and all of the information shown, are exactly the same with the debt snowball sheet. The only difference, as mentioned, is the way it sort out the debt, which is from the highest interest rate to the lowest. You can refer to the detail of the payment and balance when you scroll down in this table here. And the same thing, if I move forward, for example, to August 2025, you can see which debt has been paid off by then, as it's been grayed out, and the progress will show 100%. If I change this to 2020, you can quickly see by then which debts have been paid off and which debts still remaining, which are the ones in colored cell. The number of debts remaining will also be shown here. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me via Etsy or email me at support@jrendigital.com. Thank you so much for watching.